Live Around 5 is for anybody who's feeling stuck. One of the things that I've been uncovering as I work with people is that we lack consistency. That's no surprise, but we're sacrificing consistency for other things that we value in our health journeys, in our businesses, in our lives as we work to reach our goals. And it's tripping us up, y'all. It's messing us up. We've all done it. We're thinking, well, I want to start that diet, but it's silly to start right before Halloween because there's going to be all the candy and then it's vacation. Then you've got Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'll start in January, right? Because you want to be perfect when you start. I should start that training, but I don't even know how to build a website yet. So I should probably learn that first, right? You want to be perfect from the beginning, and that's not possible. And it's okay to be imperfect. In fact, more and more we're realizing we don't want perfect from our business leaders, from our health advisors, from our friends, from the people that we hang out with in our communities that light our hearts on fire. We want the same weird people that we are, right? And none of us are perfect. So, what is happening when you're choosing consistency over perfection? First of all, it's not sustainable because it's going to lead to a lot of procrastination, right? You keep putting things off because you're not ready yet, right? So when you have procrastination, that's moving you further away from your goal. The strategies that we want for your health journey are things to get you closer to your goal. Next is going to be that you'll reduce stress when you focus on consistency, because when we're working on being perfect, we have the most unrealistic expectations, right? I'm going to be the top of my company. I haven't made a sale yet. I don't know anything about the products these days. I don't feel like I've been paying attention since convention. I don't even know what the new comp plan is, but I don't want to start until I know I'm going straight to the top in 3 months, like that one unicorn person I talked to. So unrealistic. So then you get in this shame cycle and you feel awful about yourself. And that's not fair. You're not doing a bad job. You just got to tweak your approach a little bit. Next is going to be that it'll totally help you develop skills, because when you're just consistent, all of a sudden the things that seemed difficult to you seem like second nature. You also, along the way, have to develop things and tweak. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Let me go back and fix it. And that makes you better. Next is going to be that you increase your learning, because any sort of growth, whether it's your health journey, your relationships, your business, you've got to be able to learn, right? And when you're expecting perfectionism, it's super hard to learn anything because number one, you're criticizing the teacher. You haven't even done it. You haven't even made, like right now, our arc, we're working really hard. I'm working really hard. I'm focused on taking businesses to 7 figures. We've never done that before. And so if I'm watching somebody who's made it to 7 figures, the last thing I should be doing is going, I don't know if her enunciation is just right. And I'm not sure I agree with that about the lead magnet. It's cool to say, I'm going to choose to take what helps me and tweak it a little bit, but it's going to be so much cooler when you're just kind of learning consistently all the time, little bit by little bit. Next is going to be, it's great for time management, because when you're trying to be perfect, tell me if you have ever done this. You spend too much time on one small, minute project. The cover of your lead magnet, the recipe for the first day of your 14-day healthy eating challenge, the flyer you want to share with people about your event, but you've spent 2 weeks working on it, when if you just popped into Canva, you could have done it in 3 minutes, but it just didn't look right. So you wanted to get the font right. Have you ever gone down that rabbit hole? I absolutely have gone down that rabbit hole. So if you are wasting time on minute details, you've got to get consistent and let perfectionism go. Then, of course, you've got long-term results that will knock your socks off. And consistency is the only way to get there. You look at any leader in the field that you are trying to grow in. You look at anyone who has maintained and attained their healthy journey. It takes consistency, right? I can't eat like crap, sleep like crap, not move my body, and misbehave with alcohol for 3 months and then behave for 2 days and be like, oh, my inflammation feels so much better, right? I have to be consistent if I want to reach that goal of kicking inflammation to the curb. So if you do maintain that consistency, those long-term goals are going to get bigger and bigger, and your momentum is going to grow, and it's going to start to feed you like a fire. Because instead of pushing all the time, if I could just get one step forward, if I could just help one person, if I could just help share one starter kit, you're being pulled by your success because you've done the daily activities that you needed to. And then, of course, there is resilience. You will feel so resilient because it will build your resilience as you adapt to those changes all the time. As you pivot, as you move, as you grow, you're going to be like, I can do this. Does resilience mean that your whole journey with consistency is now paved with ice and is super easy and slick? No, it means when you're being consistent, you're always moving forward, and that's going to lead to some challenges. And when you overcome them with your consistency, it's going to change the game for you. Can you tell this is what I'm working on myself? I'm so passionate about it. And then, of course, last but not least, is it creates these positive habits in your life. When you master consistency, I'm telling you, you can do anything. You can learn a language. You can learn a skill. You can learn a trade. You can create your own funnel. Anytime you know how to master consistency, there is really no task that you can learn that's going to defeat you, because you will always be able to, bit by bit, bird by bird, step by step, bite by bite of that elephant, achieve your goal. So what I'm going to ask you to do over the next couple of months is I want you to focus on consistency over perfectionism. That's one of the reasons I love the 14-day reset. It's not the 365-day reset, right? It's 14 days of working on those goals that's so easily outlined. It's so easy to be consistent because you know what to do every day. Then you start seeing those results, and it inspires you to keep going. And I actually work very hard not to be perfect in the intervening days between the 14-day challenge. I mean, I don't work hard not to be perfect. I mean, I give myself permission, if you know what I mean. So once the 14-day challenge is over, I've learned some recipes I love that are healthy. I'll make those again. I'll continue to work on my hydration. I'll continue to move my body, but I'm not as strict because it feels like a vacation to me. It feels like I'm not perfect, and so I can keep it up. Then when the next 14-day challenge comes, I jump in with both feet. I master it. I feel better about it. I'm learning. I'm resilient. You get the picture. So whatever goal you're working on, I want you to think about, and we're going to do a series about this. We're going to have a weekly series that discusses how consistency is so paradoxical to some of the choices that we all make, and how we're sabotaging ourselves without it, right? We're trying so hard to do a good job. We're not doing the job at all. So if this is you, make sure you tune in. If you know a friend who needs to learn more about consistency, make sure you share the post, and let's all work harder on working less perfectly. All right. I hope you have a great night. I can't wait to see you back here. I will not be back here tomorrow live around 5 because I am traveling to see my mom and dad. I'm so excited. So I will tune in while I'm out of town, but I'm out of town for the next week. So I will be tuning in from other locations. So check back with me and see where's Amy.